Versatile Mage. Chapter 156. Awaken, Spirit Wolf. You want to use a pincer attack. Luo Song looked at the two summoner students with ridicule in his eyes. Mo Fan's two summoner classmates were really naive. They thought that intermediate ice magic could only deal with one of them, so the other could take advantage of the opportunity. The fact was, Luo Song had no need to use intermediate magic. The primary spell, Ice Spread, first covered Luo Song's surroundings. The intensity of Ice Spread was enough to greatly reduce the speed of the two beasts. Following this move, Luo Song used Earth Ripple to move himself to a safer position. When he found a good spot, he once again used the formidable and terrifying Ice Lock. Ice Lock was clearly not a single target spell. The thick shackles forcefully locked the two summoned beasts down and quickly turned them into ice blocks. Luo Song dealt with the two beasts without expending much effort. There's only one more summoner student left. I never thought there'd be an intermediate magician in this competition. Yeah, the last summoner is just cannon fodder. He's no match for Luo Song. We also wanted to demonstrate our skills, but who would have thought all the attention would be stolen by him? After Luo Song had finished off the three summoner students, all of the gazes in the audience were focused on the last one remaining, Mo Fan. Mo Fan wasn't stupid. He could clearly see that this fatty Luo wanted to make trouble for him. Luo Song didn't linger and immediately walked off the arena. He had already achieved his goal. Furthermore, he had complied with Dean Xiao's order not to provoke Mo Fan, who was also at intermediate level. After Luo Song left, everyone was confused. He should have been able to easily sweep the stage of all 7 summoners with his intermediate strength. So why didn't he just deal with the last one too? Or did this guy think the whole thing was boring, and intentionally left the last one for the primary magicians to play with? Good, there's still one left. We still have an opportunity to display our skills. With the Bone Corpse demon gone, we won't have anything to be afraid of. Let's go. Li Junwei stood up, his eyes intentionally glancing at Qin Xiaomian to the side. The main character today was definitely Luo Song, who had displayed the power of an intermediate magician. However, the rest of them couldn't just be swept away by the brilliance of intermediate magic. It was their turn to make a move. You guys want to challenge him? Qin Xiaomian was slightly flabbergasted as she looked at the young men who always surrounded her. Is it inappropriate? Li Junwei asked. No, good luck. Qin Xiaomian replied, not feeling in a position to stop them. Luo Junwei brought his squad along and walked down to the arena of the beast battle competition. At the entrance, there were already people from other elements waiting. They had the same thought as Li Junwei. Intermediate was intermediate. Although Luo Song's cultivation speed was indeed astonishing, it didn't mean that everyone else should just sit around and do nothing. Breaking through to the next level was hard to understand. Perhaps they would be able to touch upon the doors of the intermediate level through this battle. All of the people who came to Pearl Institute had the intention of attacking the intermediate level. This Luo Song is indeed tactful. However, Mo Fan, it is clear that you are trying to cause trouble for me, Luo Yunming coldly hummed. It was clear that Luo Song came to disrupt the summoning element. Jiang Yunming also knew of the events that happened between Mo Fan and Luo Song during their tests. I know, but my summoned beast, Mo Fan shrugged. There was nothing he could do, especially when his summoned beast was still hibernating. Today, he was no different from a waste. Luo Song's efforts were meaningless. It woke up. Mo Fan had attempted to communicate with his spirit wolf without much hope. Who would have thought that the spirit wolf had already woken up? Furthermore, it looked relatively energetic. I really don't want to give in. Hai Dafu clenched his teeth. The other summoners were gloomy as well. Originally, their summoned beasts were supposed to be the main stars of the beast battle competition, displaying their superior strength as much as they wanted. But who would have thought an intermediate magician would take care of 3 of them in one go? This turned all of the summoners into side characters in an instant. It didn't matter anymore, They weren't able to complete the demands set by the teachers and school. The distributed resources would all be sent to the Earth School which Luo Song belonged to. The resources of Pearl Institute were quite significant. Otherwise, nobles wouldn't desperately contest for them. The summoning element's resources for half a year would essentially be given away. They were extremely unreconciled. Teacher, how about? At this time, Zheng Bingxiao looked at Jiang Yunming, but was stopped mid-sentence. Jiang Yunming shook his head. The students who have left the stage can no longer go back. Mo Fan, are you able to summon your beast? If not, then this will be it for today. So what if he can do it? Wang Liting exclaimed, eyes red. Teacher, could we ask the school to be lenient? My family spent a large amount of money to summon a good beast. If the school doesn't give us some resources, then I'm afraid most of us won't be able to reach the intermediate level. It's impossible for them to be lenient. If you want to obtain resources, then you have to rely on yourself. Alright, let's go back everyone, this will be it for today. Although you were completely annihilated by an intermediate magician, I am thoroughly satisfied with your performances. The beast refinement blood will be given to Zheng Bingxiao. Jiang Yunming didn't speak too much about their feelings. He clearly understood both the positives and negatives. After hearing this, the summoner students all began to cry. There would be no resources from school, and they'd be losing a teacher as well. They wondered what they were going to do in the future. Mr. Jiang, it seems like my summoned beast has woken up. Mo Fan suddenly spoke up. Oh, then go ahead. If you perform well, the second beast refinement blood will be given to you. Jiang Yunming raised his eyebrow. I just happen to want the beast refinement blood, Mo Fan said. Alright, then go and take back some face for us in the summoning school, Jiang Yunming said. Mo Fan slowly walked onto the beast battle arena while communicating with his spirit wolf. Our objective today is to defeat 16 people, Mo Fan said to the spirit wolf. Zheng Bingxiao had won against 25, and Hai Dafu got rid of 15. Wang Liting was supposed to have the highest numbers, but he was completely annihilated by Luo Song after his sixth opponent. Thus, if Mo Fan wanted to obtain the beast refinement blood, he just had to surpass Hai Dafu's number. A woo! The spirit wolf let out a fearless and energetic howl in reply to Mo Fan. Hearing the vigorous howl, Mo Fan was astonished. Along with the spirit wolf's howl came a wild and savage aura. And this aura, it seemed like 16 people wouldn't be too hard. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.